Welcome back to Your Arts. Thanks for joining me again. We're continuing on this journey down from 170. We're now working our way down the 140 numbers. We're covering 147 and 146. Please join me. Okay, so the numbers of the day are 147 and 146, and we can absolutely go treble 20 for these two numbers. There's a nice treble 19 for the 146, which we'll get into very shortly, but it's when we throw in treble 20 and we've got a 3-digit number, in this case 146, so treble 20, we just add 40 onto the last two numbers of 3-digit numbers. Okay, so you stood there, you've got 147, you know you're throwing treble 20, you can easily add that 40 on without any kind of time. You can do it as your opponent's at the board, or you can do it as you're walking up the board, so it leaves 87. Okay, and if we're adding 40 obviously after throwing treble 20 and we're on 146, it would leave 86. Okay, now a nice thing to note is treble 19 is a really good way to go for 146, and when we throw in treble 19 we just add 43 onto the last two digits, and if that's for any way confuses you, just add 40 on, just like you've been doing. That's 86, and add 3 more on, it would leave 89. Okay, and these are the ways you need to learn. This is the hard work, if it is hard work, and some of them are harder than others. All you're doing on this column is basically adding 40 or 43 onto the last two digits, right? It's easy, right? Don't be confused that you have to learn 147 or 146. You don't. You just need to add add 40 or 43 on, and you reveal what's in this column. Now let's learn that right now. So 87 is treble 17 for double 18, and never forget, when I do these finishes and practice them, I always include what I like to call the miss rule. That's missing the treble, what's on, and hitting the big number. So if I miss treble 17, hit big 17, it would leave 70, and that's what you need to absolutely know. It's as important as the finish itself, in my opinion, because we're going to hit that treble more times than we hit we're going to hit the single number more times than we hit the treble. If only we could hit the treble more times than the single number, but hey. Okay, so 86 is treble 18, which is 54, and you need double 16, and that's your 86 finish. Okay, then miss roll on that, hit the big 18, it would leave 68. Okay, and last one, 89. 89 is treble 19 for double 16, like the two big numbers, treble 19 and double 16. That's how I remembered them. They're almost right next to each other as well. Okay, and hitting the big number would leave, let me get it red there, 70. Always include that miss roll. Now let's go to my crib sheet just so you can see it written on my crib sheet. And of course, it is including the two treble 19s route, because I think that's the most popular way that 146 kind of is taken out, because you group in the darts, aren't you? You're not going all over the board. But let's just go. So 147 is treble 20, leaving 87. Just add that 40 onto the 47, and that leaves 87. And you stay at 87, which is treble 17, double 18, hitting the big 17. So the miss rule comes in here, leaves 70, and that's a good way to do these finishes. And of course, let's just go to the two treble 19s. We'll practice this treble 20 on 146 in a moment, but two treble 19s is 146, leaving 89. Just add 43 onto that 46. Okay, leaving 89. Treble 19, double 16, hit the big 19, would leave 70. Make sure you kind of practice it that way. Now, if you want to go the treble 20 route, it's absolutely valid when you're on 146. So it's treble 20. I'm just adding 40 onto 46, leaves 86. Treble 18 for double 16. Hitting the big 18 would leave 68, just like I mentioned earlier. But this is the way I recommend. So no one's taught me to do this. Is what I've learned myself. This is so you know where you are on every step of the way. You know, on every dart, what's happening if you miss that dart and hit the big number. Of course, you may go either side of the number you're aiming for, but no one can prevent that. Okay, it's one of those things. Luckily on TV, you see they just look to the right, and you see that they see the marker telling them what's left. Okay, that's a lucky part. They're very lucky they get that. But we have to just step back and just do the maths. Okay, but that's 147 and 146. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Please tickle that algorithm for me. Let's get other people watching these videos. Hopefully you're getting something from this. If you are sticking with me, and I will teach you how to check out. Okay, I really will. Thanks so much for watching. Take care for now.